If you're a student who just have 2 weeks to go for your exam and you still have a lot to cover, you don't know where to start from. Now you have a lot of textbooks to read, right? Then this video is for you, because in this video here, I want to expose one of the most powerful secrets and strategy you can use to prepare for any exam within 2 weeks and score 80 plus. Look at something here. As a tutor for over 10 years, we have helped thousands of students, both online and offline, to get success, to achieve success academically, getting A and B and become a better student, right? Become one of the top in their various departments. Now, this strategy never fail any of my students. Now, but before we go into it here, now let me give you a disclaimer here. Look at something here. I always tell my students that if they want to become better, it's very good that they start preparing ahead of the time, ahead of exam. Now, one of the sign of a good student is your early preparation. Just but however, there's a student who when they are reading from start of semester, once they get to 2 weeks or a week to the exam, they become anxious, right? So, but why there are some students that they will not study till 2 weeks to the exam. This strategy will help any kind of student. Please work. Just a matter of if you are going to apply them and implement them into your study, right? If you implement it rightly, you will see massive results. This method I'm about to expose to you is called the Cramming method. Now, what is Cramming method? Cramming method divided into 3 key steps. The first one is called the 80-20 rules. Now, looking at what the most important aspect of the course you are going to study, right? Second method is called lesser focus study kit, gathering the important materials that you use for your preparation. The last one is called the 14-day war plan. 40-day war plan. This is what the last step is, one of the most important aspects you should implement rightly. And I'm going to expand each of them for you so that you can be able to implement them, right? So make sure you watch the video to the end. If this video is helpful, please like, make sure this video is helpful, and I'll be glad to hear from you. Let's get into it. The first step in this Cramming method is called the 80-20 rules. Now, what does the 80-20 rule stand for? What does it mean? Now, for every exam, for every paper you write, there are some topics that dominate the other topics. You want to start your preparation, you don't just want to start reading textbook like that. You want to know the mind of the examiner. You want to know the exact points that these lecturers like to ask every single time. So that is you need to do what? Research very well. And the first thing to do under this 80-20 rule is what? Is to get the past question. And this past question you are going to get should have what the last 5 years or last 10 years past question. Now let me say this here. If you are preparing for any exam and you are using old past question like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, now you are not doing yourself a favor. Now, one thing that I know for every exam is that if you want to predict the next exam, look at what the last 5 years exam. Just last 5 years exam will tell you the point they normally used to set. Just if you go and read far, chances are they have changed some lecturers, right? They have changed some textbook, and they have changed some pattern of their study. So that is why it's very important to get the last 10 years past question or last 5 years past question. That is the first thing, right? The second thing to do under this 80-20 rule is to analyze the past question very well. Now let me say this here. One of the mistakes most they make is that they start reading textbook. As a matter of fact, they start reading from the beginning. You don't want to do that nonsense, right? You don't do that nonsense. You want to know the exact spots, the exact points, the type of topic and type of questions they ask, right? So that is why the second point here is to what? The second point here is to analyze the past question very well. Start for the past year, right? And look at it, analyze the past question and ask yourself, okay, which topic dominates this topic here? Which topic they set every single year? Write those topics out. Just okay, they add this topic this year, they add this topic this year, they add this topic this year. Chances are they are going to add this topic this year. You write those topics out. Just analyze each of them and see the topic that dominates. Now, this topic will be your focus. We're going to be your 20% topics, right? Now, there are some other topics that do come out, but they don't occur the time. You have to see writing down. So once you know the topics that occur every single year in that exam, what happen here? These are your key targets. So if you are reading, you are going to cover those ones first. Just another thing that will help you in this method here is that you know the exact kind of question they ask in every single question. Just in every single topic, you know the kind of question they ask. It's very important. So get the past question, analyze the past question. All that you want to do here is just copy out this past copy out the topics there, right? The major topic and the minor topic. So you just say major topic, write it out, minor topics, you copy it out. Do you understand? So that is going to be the first method. If you cannot do the first method very well, any other thing is not going to help you. Do you understand? Because you are not going to waste your time reading what will not come out. You are going to, this is one of the mistakes most of them make, which I don't want you to make, right? So that was step one, which we called 80-20 rule. Let's move towards step two. This step two under this time and method is called the lesser focus study kit. Lesser focus study kit, which is very, very important here. Now, you only need to take the materials that will be of great help to you. You only have 2 weeks to your exam, right? You don't need to read big textbook. You don't need to read too many things here. You need to read the key points. So you have to say, what are the materials that will help me to cover these things? You understand? What most students do is that they want to read the whole textbook. You don't have time to read the whole textbook. Just so you now know the topic that dominates the past question very well. You copy them out. They look for what textbook, like look for textbook number 1. Look for summary of the materials number 2. Look for the key points number 3. Look for the what lecturer summary note if possible. The next thing you want to do here is that look for an online tutorial that will be of great help to you. If you are doing either chemistry, maths, physics, biology, now any of these difficult course at all, right? Now look for tutorials online that explain those things. Now you know your topic, right? Go online, search for what tutorial on that specific topic. You see a lot of tutorials, right? For example, if you are praying for physics and you have kinematics, right? Now, since I've already analyzed those questions here, you know the type of question they ask in that exam. I'll tell you the truth here. Every school have their own different exam, right? Every school have their own different exam. So you need to streamline your focus towards that exam. That is why if you have someone who or a tutorial or a course for that course alone, go and get it. Or you know somebody or a specialist or a tutorial master that is good in that aspect here, go and get that person, pay for a private tutorial, just get the course and the rest, and it's going to be of great help to you, right? Because if you can go and look for tutorials elsewhere, right? But I'm not talking about that your course you are doing. Just that because every school have their own approach, every course have their own approach, every exam have their own approach. So you want to streamline your focus towards that approach, towards that exam style. Do you understand? So the lesser study kit, you need to gather your materials, gather every single thing you need that will be of great help to you. Once you have gathered your materials, you have to go to the last step, which is the most important step. Step three, which is the most important part of the time and method, is called the 40-day work plan. And I'm going to take it step by step because this is the main thing. Once you have done step 1, where step 2 there, then this step 3, you have to be careful with it. I'm going to explain step by step. You're going to see massive results, right? So I'll begin for you to be seen on the screen, right? So you will know how to apply this thing effectively. First thing you want to do here is called reverse engineer from exam dates. So what you want to do here is to start from the exam date, then work backward to allocate time. For example here of 2 weeks plan, let me give you an example of 2 weeks plan here. Day 1 to day 3 is called heavy lifting, hardest topic. Now this is where you focus on the hardest topic in that subject or that course, right? Day 4 to day 5 is called daily mixed review. That is where I want to mix the easy plus hard, right? This is where I want to mix on the easy plus add. It's very important to know this here. That is why the first part of this class, the first part of this method here is very, very important. That is why I say that you have what we call the major topic and you have what we call the minor what topic. If you do these things rightly, I will see massive what result. Then day 11 to day 14, full mock exam plus weak spots. Now you cannot prepare for an exam without mock what test, or without testing yourself. It is when you test yourself that is when you want to know your weak spots. So day 11 to day 13 is full mock exam plus weak spots. So once you have done that here, once you have written all these things down, next I want to do is called the power block system. Power block system. Yeah, divide each day into 90 minutes, which is called the power block. Mass focus. Now 15 minutes study, 10 minutes break, 30 minutes active recall. This is very, very important here. No multitasking, no discussion, nothing. Right? Next thing you want to do here is called prioritize like a general. Prioritize like a general, because it's called the 14-day war plan, right? So here we want to prioritize like a general here. The first we want to do here is rank topics. Here we have high marks plus chances of appearing, right? So you have to study the one that occur highly, then the one that will have the chance of occurring. Now that is why you need to study the past question very well. The past question will tell you where to focus on. Next what to do here is that we have got easy, which called the quick points and definition. The last one is called the low heat or too complex. Now we have called the low heat or too complex. You can skip this one if there's no time, right? The last thing here is called the 2-hour mock exam rule. So this way you every third day take a time past question. Like you need to stimulate how you are to see the exam, right? You need to put yourself under exam pressure so that you know how you are going to face the exam. Yes. The last one is called grade harshly. Now you have to grade yourself harshly. Fix only mistakes. This is when you want to fix only mistake. Now you see the sample of the 40-day war plan. Yeah, you have what called the sample 40-day plan. Are just based on your subjects. Here we have day 1. Here we have days. Here we have morning block. Here we have afternoon block, and here we have evening block. Right? For the first one here we have number 1. We have what called topic A, ads, right? 2 block. Remember I tell you that a block contain a block contain 90 minutes, right? Which I've explained to you, right? So morning we have 2 block, afternoon we have 2 block, evening we have 1 block, which is the review, right? So follow this thing till your day 14, which is called the final exam. Mindset, prep, and rest. This is very, 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 very important here. So this is called the method, which I use every single time for preparing for exam. If exam is 14 days left, right, and it's going to be of great help to you. All these videos is helpful. Please kindly subscribe to the channel. Kindly join my community online. For those of you who will prepare for JAMB examination, kindly join my online class. It's going to be of great help to you. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.